Oh, hiya, honeys. Welcome back to my spooky little corner. For those that don't know me, I am Lady Myleta, and I bid you welcome. Hello, my darklings. I hope we are all doing well. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been around. Yeah, it's been a little busy lately, and I just really haven't had that time to sit down and play with makeup. So I am here now, and I am excited to show another new to me palette. It is one you've seen. So without further ado, let's jump into Alter Ego's Goddess palette. And in case you darklings don't remember, here is the color scheme of said palette. She's beautiful. She's earthy tones for sure. So I can't wait to play with this, and I'm excited about the look we are going to create today with it. So if that sounds like something you'd be into, stay tuned and let's dive in. Okay, my darklings, I've zoomed you in again, seeing as I have heard that you guys enjoy it. And please, if you do enjoy it zoomed in a little more for the eye looks, let me know, and that way I can continue doing it for you, because if not, I'll just leave it back. It's one less step for me to do. But if you guys like it, I will zoom you in for at least the eyeshadow parts. So, Alter Ego's Goddess palette. She is so beautiful, and when I saw this palette in particular, this is why I wanted to buy said brand. So here she is, and really honestly it's because of those greens, but because of the last Alter Ego look I did with the Artemis palette, I did a green look with that. So I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't do another green look. So I am going to do kind of like a golden look today, neutrally golden look. It's not something I do often, so I thought maybe that'd be something fun for you guys to see, because this palette, she is beautiful. But I love the pops of greens in it, so you can use it, and I might do it in a later video with the greens. But for today, we're just going to use our browns and kind of start with that. So to start off with, I am going to take a fluffy brush. This is my Jeffree Star Morphe collab brush. This is JS6. She's nice and fluffy. And I think we're going to start with the shade Hera, which is right here. She's a nice kind of medium brown. And what I love about this palette, it is all the shade names are named after different goddesses or women in history. So that's kind of cool. Or mythology even. So here's the shade. We're just going to put this in the crease, kind of blend it up. There's not a really light transition color, but most people aren't quite as pale as what I am. So usually what I'll do is I'll take one of the lightest shades, this Hera shade, for example, and just try and put it on and then buff it up closer to my brow. I find that works quite well, and I know you guys have seen this, and you've probably seen this look a million times. I hope you just come for my company more than anything else, because I enjoy having you guys with me, and the love and positivity you guys give me is so wonderful. And I do have some new ideas to try, so I am excited about that, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So I'm just going to take another kind of fluffy brush, a clean one like this. I don't even know which one or where this came from, but I'm going to use it to kind of buff out the color. Just to make it a little less harsh, kind of buff it up to that brow. Just kind of like that. Then I think I'm going to take the shade Juno here on a smaller tip fluffy brush. This is my eye crease brush from e.l.f. It's just got a bit of a smaller tip. So I'm going to jump into that, and they're very similar shades, but I'm just going to kind of put that in the crease just to give it a bit more definition, I think. Might not need it. You can see a bit of a difference there. Not like a huge difference, but just a little. Just a little. The shades are quite crumbly in the pan. I'm getting quite a bit of kickback, but as we have talked about before, I really don't care about kickback. So, but I am sorry I have not been filming quite as much recently. I do find being up in Canada, and it is November, the weather is changing a bit, and I always find, especially like when the seasons officially change, so like, you know, summer to fall, and then fall to winter, and winter to spring, and so forth, so on. I always go through a phase where I have a lot of migraines, and it's usually a couple days shot, and I am out. My first day tends to be I'm in a lot of pain, I'm in a dark room, I just don't want to deal. And then my second day, I feel better, but I almost feel fuzzy. It feels like there's cotton in my head, if that makes sense. I know a lot of people do suffer from migraines, so I'm sure a lot of you out there are going, girl, I understand. Because, yeah, and I always find it's with the temperature and the pressure change, they tend to come on. So, your girl has been laid out for a few days because of these pressure headaches, migraines. I call them migraines because I really can't function. I get very light sensitive too, so filming is completely out of the picture because of the ring light and what have you. So yeah, it sucks. Okay, so that's those two shades. They blended out quite nicely. So now I'm going to go into this bottom brown. It's called Avalon. And we are going to put that in my outer corners and up into my crease. You guys probably kind of know the look. And so this is just one of my Quo kind of crystal brushes. They're so fun. I love these ones. And we're just going to dip into this. It's nice kind of chocolate brown. And we're just going to put it right here. We'll probably buff it a bit into the crease as well. Kind of lower though. I know it's a little strange to see me do more of like a neutral look. It is not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. Like I do have my neutral look that I like to do for like an everyday look, but it's definitely a cool tone neutral look. This is definitely more of a warm tone, which I won't lie is not my favorite, but I want to show variety to you guys. I don't want to just be like, oh, here's my makeup and I'm always gothy, or you know, it just looks the same. So I want to be kind of play outside of my box. So this is maybe normal for some YouTubers. This is definitely out of my box. This is not a look I would go for, but as I said, I really want to show versatility. I really want to show versatility. So, and now I'm just going to take that Juno shade, kind of blend here. Just to make sure it's seamless. We like seamlessness. And then again, with the Hera shade, make sure all the layers are here. Then again, I'm going to take that fluffy brush and just kind of buff that out. I don't want it too harsh, but okay. So that's the basic lid done. I'm quite happy with that. That looks good in my opinion. Not my color scheme, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna take a flat brush and we're gonna cut the crease. Of course we're cutting the crease. I'm just gonna use my e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Peach. And as I say, you guys know how I cut the crease. I had a bit of a mishap with some concealer there. I will fix that when I do my foundation, but I kind of left it there just to show I make mistakes. It is what it is. And you know what? That's okay. Makeup is supposed to be fun, as I've said time and time again. And you know what? Mistakes happen, and then you fix them. So let's dive into some shimmers here. There is so many like very, very pretty, beautiful golds in this palette. I don't even know where to start. There's so many pretty ones. So Valkyrie here, and this one Cassandra. Cassandra is very, very much a duochrome, because sometimes you look at it and she's quite green, and then other times you look at her and she's quite pink, which is beautiful, and she would look gorgeous on the shade. I don't really want to do that one right now. I think she would look better with the greens, and the same with Valkyrie. Valkyrie is definitely a very green gold, so exciting, but not today. So I think I'm going to use Lissa up here because she's she's kind of the darker of the gold shades. And then I think, yeah, I think I'll use Luna too. And we'll kind of meld them together. All right, so flush brush. Okay, so I was visiting with my one darkling over Halloween, and she commented that she loved it when I would reach for my brushes because I'm always rattling stuff, and she's always like, I wonder what her setup looks like. So I'm just going to quickly show you guys what it kind of looks like. So it's one of these like little plastic holders, and all my brushes, these are my like eye brushes, are in this one. And then I have this big kind of tote. Yeah, the little Lordland drew on it when he was very, very young. So I just kind of left it because he looked kind of spooky, and I like it. But these are all my face brushes in here. And so when you hear me rattling around, you know what I'm doing now. It totally made me chuckle when she said that. So this is our e.l.f. Retro Paradise Collection brush. She's just a nice flat brush, and we'll use our e.l.f. setting spray to dampen her. Okay, so we are going to go into that Lissa shade with our nice damp brush, because as you all know, I like to try my shimmer formula with a damp brush. I always find it sticks just a touch better. She's almost like a coppery gold, which is quite nice. So I'm going to put this on this end. Wow, look how shimmery that is. Oh, she's pretty, pretty, pretty. I do love a good gold shade. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I don't usually pair it with browns. I'll pair it with like other color. But yeah, I do. Oh, she's beautiful. You're beautiful, Lissa. You are beautiful. I actually find these glitters fairly easy to work. They do take a little application, but I find all glitters do. But like, you know, probably be a lot easier if I used my finger. But as I have told you guys, I don't really like using a finger. Does it sound weird to say it feels barbaric? Because it does. It's like my face is meant for brushes. I don't know. Humor me. Okay, so another flat brush. That one's too big. This is my Jeffree Star Morphe collab brush. This is JS10. Hit it up with some spray. Now that I've got this on, I'm almost leaning more towards the Pandora shade up here. I think that would look really nice. So I'm going to go with that Pandora shade. And let's see, because she almost looks like a lighter version. Oh, she's like, oh. Let's put her, oh my goodness. Look at this. And we're just going to drag it over there a bit, because I kind of want them to kind of mix a bit. I'll probably put a little bit more of that Lissa shade, but oh my, I'm not gonna lie. This palette's name is like everything because it's true. I am feeling like a golden goddess. I will say though that they are slightly crumbly, so you gotta be careful with them. Like I really hit that Pandora one a little hard and I find it's quite crumbly in that pan. I'm gonna need more setting spray. So if you do get this palette, if you find a way to get it, because, you know, no Canadian shipping, you know, just watch those shimmers. But wow. Right? Wow. Oh, I want them to make a silver palette, because can you imagine? Okay, so I'm just going to take the brush that had that Avalon, that dark brown, and I'm just going to get in here a bit because I don't want to lose that brown, right? But almost kind of, all right, and then I'm going to take that smaller brush and I'm going to dip a bit into that Avalon, that dark brown, because I'm like, I want it a little bit higher. Just a little. Not maybe all the way over, but I just want a touch more there. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of fallout on my face. There is a lot of gold glitter all over my face. That doesn't make me happy, but that's why I always do my eyes before I do my foundation so it doesn't wreck it. Some people just like to do their foundation then lay a really heavy set of powder, but that's going to dry out my skin. So I much prefer to do it this way and then use a makeup pad with some eye makeup remover and just wipe that away. But that is a preference. Everybody has one. But yes, I don't know if you can see, like, very crumbly. That Pandora almost has a little hole in it now. So something to remember and to be a little more gentle with. But yes, there is my eyelids done. So I'm just going to pop off camera, zoom you back. I'm going to do my foundation, my brows, and then I will be right back. Okay, here we are, my darklings. Here is my face all done. What do we think? For concealer today, we are using our e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Medium Peach. For primer today, we are using the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and this will, I'm almost out. I'm very, very close to finishing it. I got a tiny, tiny little bit left here. This is just a little trial size. It still cost me $20 for this, and I will not be repurchasing. I'm so happy I decided to buy the mini to give it a try first before I purchased the full size, because yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this. It doesn't do anything for me. I rather my e.l.f. primers, and they cost like a fraction of the price of this, and I get like a full amount. So, right? No thanks. Anywho, for foundation, we are using our Marc Jacobs foundation in the shade 14, Medium Ivory. I'm not a real fan of this one. I keep trying it. Hopefully, A, it's the wrong color. There's way too much yellow in it, but B, it like shows every pore on my nose. It's so icky. Oh, so for powder today, we are using our Too Faced Peach Perfect mattifying loose setting powder in the shade Translucent. For eyebrows today, we are having an e.l.f. day. We've got our medium brown Lock-On liner and our medium brown Wow Brow Gel. For mascara today, we are using our Milk Makeup Waterproof Kush Mascara in black, of course. And then the lashes are the ones I got out of my e.l.f. haul. I forgot what they're called. And so for eyeliner today, we are using our LA Splash Cosmetics liner that we got out of our Try Beauty box. So I used this end, like the black end, to do the wing. And honestly, I am not a fan. There's such a huge tip to it. It's very hard. It's not super flexible, and there's no need to have such a giant tip. And mine is all bunched up because I don't know what happened to it in transportation, but it's all bunched up and it's just this huge tip. It doesn't move well. As you can tell, my wing is kind of messed. It's very thick today. But what I do love about this is the glitter liner on the end, and it is in the shade Wizardry, and I love this. This is one of my favorite glitter liners I've ever had. It is beautiful. The pigment goes on beautiful. I don't have to keep redunking to get that beautiful shade. It's like a one dunk and I can do the whole eye. Fabulous. Okay, so for the bottom lash line, what are we going to do? I'm not actually going to do a lot, I don't think. I'm not going to put any eyeliner, but I am going to put a touch of that Avalon shade just along the bottom edge, and I don't want it too harsh. So I'm just going to use kind of like a soft angle brush, what I would use to do my... gold glitter everywhere. What I would use to cut my crease. So if you don't remember, that Avalon shade's that beautiful dark brown, and she's a nice chocolatey brown. So I'm just going to stamp it along that edge. I don't want a lot though, so I'm going to use my actual mirror, my handheld mirror here, and just kind of stamp it just along that edge, because I don't even want it to go all the way over. I just want it like kind of along. Oh my god, guys, I don't know if you can see, but I got gold glitter from eyeshadow everywhere. It might need a glitter glue if you aren't fond of glitter everywhere, because it's literally, it's falling down everywhere. Fabulous. Okay, so I just wanted it a bit on the outer edge to kind of connect it, and that's really all I'm going to do for the bottom. I don't want a lot. I am going to put a coat of mascara along those bottom lashes though, to make them kind of pip. Just like that. And then let's figure out what we're going to do for some inner corner highlight today. So as always, I use the lightest shade in the palette for my inner corner highlight, and it's down here, and it is the shade Freya. So let's pop that in, and I'm just going to use, this is an Urban Decay brush from my Vice palette that I no longer have. I think I still have it, but I never use it. That's gorgeous. She's like almost like a very white gold. Like she's definitely you can pick up the yellow, but she's definitely like white. Oh yes. Oh, that's gorgeous. I don't think I'd want it on. I'm not going to put anything under the brow, just that little inner corner highlight. Gorge. Gorgeous. Oh, I feel really pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to go and finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I will be right back. Okay, darklings, here's our finished look. You know, sometimes when you sit down to do makeup and you're like, this is going to turn out kind of icky, and then you blow yourself away and then you turn out really good. The only thing like I'm not exceptionally happy about is that black wing liner, but everything else in this look is just yay. I love it. I think it turned out so awesome. Very I'm thinking glammy 20s maybe. Yes, what do you guys think? Let me know. I'm feeling myself. Anyways, So what else I used on my face? Well, I used my Jouer Rose Cut Gem palette, and I actually, with this foundation shade, because I find it a little more yellower, I can do a warmer contour. So I love this shade Crystalline for contour, so I did use it for contour today. And then I wanted to kind of go out of my box here, and I used the shade Garnet as blush. It was a little intense. I did have to kind of lay it out a little bit with just my cosmetic sponge, just kind of press it in. But she is a beautiful shade once you kind of sheer it down. So I'm happy I played with that today. For highlight today, we are using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Skin Frost in the shade Uranus. Now this one you can no longer get, unfortunately. This was a collab with Manny MUA. She is a beautiful soft gold shade. Unfortunately, yes, you can't get any more. But Jeffree Star Cosmetics has a highlighter called Sarcophagus, which is close to this one. It's probably about as close as you can get. There may be a slight variation shade, but it's very, very close. So if you like this shade, I totally recommend that one. And then because we wanted a little extra just along the cheekbone, we are using Jeffree Star Cosmetics Supreme Frost in the shade Wet Dream. And she is like a beautiful gold shade. And she just, I don't like it everywhere, but I do love it along that cheekbone. It's like, it's a little too intense, I think, to put on your nose or your lips or what have you, but just along there, I think it's gorgeous. And then for our lips, our very, very vampy lip, we're trying out another Alter Ego lipstick. This is the shade Vanity. I'm quite liking it. She's very, very beautiful red. It did take a bit of building up. There are a bit sheer, so I think this is like 3 layers, but still, I love that shade. She's a beautiful red. Okay, now for some prices. It has been a while since my Alter Ego video, so I thought maybe you would like a little update on the prices. The Goddess palette, you can get at Alter Ego for $16 American, which transfers to about $21 Canadian. Again, unfortunately, Alter Ego does not ship to Canada. If you did watch my little haul video, I did have a very wonderful and loving friend send it to me. So I just shipped it. I paid for it. I shipped it to her house. And then from there, she shipped it to me. It's a little bit of around the work, and it did end up costing me a bit more, but I'm very, very pleased because I'm very, very happy with the quality of this product for the price point. Even with all the extra like shipping fees and what have you that I had to pay, it still wouldn't have cost, like, it's still cheaper than a Natasha Denona palette. So I'm not upset. All right. And then we have our eyeshadow base, which is Alter Ego as well, and it is $6 American, which roughly works out to be about $8 Canadian. I quite like it. The shadows seem to really stick. It is a little on the sheer side, which if you want something to, like, if you have discoloring on your eyelids, this may not be great for that per se. But if you just want to do like a nice neutral look and you need something to kind of stick, it is a beautiful sticky primer. And then, of course, our liquid lipsticks, and they are $6 American each, which works out to, again, $8 Canadian. Like, you can't beat that for $8. That's pretty amazing. And then what I did is I bought the full liquid matte lip set, which consisted of 6 colors, and it was $28 American, which worked out to be about $37 Canadian for 6 lipsticks. And, like, good quality. Nothing. I'm like extremely pleased. This Alter Ego thing has been fantastic. As always, my darklings, you know where to find me. I am on Facebook and Instagram under Lady Mylita. And here is the part where I usually talk about how I go live every Sunday. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to stop doing that. I have missed 3 of them now. Whether it's because I'm tired because I started working overtime again, or you know, I'm just not feeling it. And then I feel really guilty. And I don't want this to be a place of where I feel like I have to do it. I want to do this because I love it and I love you guys and I want to share it with you. So when I'm feeling like I absolutely have to do it, it breaks me and then I feel guilty and I don't want to feel guilty about it. So I am still going to do lives on Facebook on occasion, and I'll probably give you guys a little bit of notice on Facebook and probably Instagram saying that, hey, I'm going to do a live in the next day or two or what have you, but it's not going to be like on a strict timeline like I was trying. It's just, I find that too much. And like I said, work is starting to pick up a little bit at my place and I am working a few more hours. So yeah, Sundays might be my only days off, right? So if that's the case, I want to film videos for you guys to put here on YouTube. I hope you understand. And I hope you guys aren't mad, but we can still do lives. It just won't be as frequent. Okay, my honeys, you stay safe out there. I'm sorry I'm so late posting, but yeah, I'm back. I love you guys. Goodbye, my darklings.